Alright, let's see what we can do with this damn thing. That looks pretty decent in here. Not too dirty. Oh, this is probably that soft touch controller here. It's a weird thing. It's a hybrid AT-ATX. The year this was made in. Anyways, what can we do about the cabling? I wonder, how am I going to make them go through that? I'm not unsoldering all of that. What if I snip? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll snip the tin here and take these guys off the main leads, run them through there. That should give me the inch I need to do that. Alright, I'm going to grab some tools. That's the extra soft touch one. Alright. This might require something a little more drastic. Oh yeah, we're going to be using this. Try to move it as far away from the innards of the computer. That's what we need to cut out here, so we can pass those wires through it. Alright, so now these guys can leave out of the side, and these guys leave out of this hole. Going on here. Alright. So that's coming out of the side. And this is coming out of the new slot. But, ah, shit. Good thing I brought more than one. Anyways, that one goes, these two come out of there. The edges aren't sharp, so that's good. And then, I mean, I might as well have the, does that make sense to have the power come? No, power's going to come out of the top. Okay. Let's see if that did anything to alleviate short-ish. Oh yeah. Black to black. So there you have it. Oh yeah. Finally got that sucker aligned. Alright, now let's make the drive look nice in the front of the case. And that's it. Hey, as I said, it would have been a lot easier. Screw that down first before I put the motherboard on. Anyways, it is what it is. Now, what I need to do, it's in there well now. What I need to do now is hook up a lot of these. Some of them are labeled. They actually have the manual, so I don't need to do that. And I'll find the right page afterward. Alright, found it. There it is. Actually, I was looking at the schematic of the board itself, and that is where the plug for the power goes in, which we had to modify the power supply for that reason. Sorry, maybe if it would be better if I could do it so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, so we had to modify that to plug into there. I thought initially there was another power plug right close by. However, it does say that it is ground, and a whole bunch of plus 3.3s and another ground. So this is maybe for some option that wasn't available on this board. Actually, there is an addendum, I guess, that this does actually support 166 megahertz CPUs, but the original configuration said it went up to, what does it say here? I think it was limited to 133. This was originally a Pentium 100. I had a 166 chip lying around, so I just looked at the clock multiplier and said, well, the chip will take care of that part by itself. And I just kind of stuck it in there, making sure that the bus speed was the same as it would have been. And it worked. And then later on, this page fell out of the back, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, I guess I did it right. I double-checked the jumper settings on here, and they are exactly as they should be. So I think it's time to power it up and start playing. Well, why did I close this? And start playing with these LED lights. And the switches that I'm. What is on fire? Either that or the fire department's already on its way here. Probably the latter. Well, anyways, let's see what happens when we plug it in. Get some power to my monitor. I'll do a full rundown of this later so you can see what's going on the screen. But for now, I just want to make sure that everything is A-okay. Alright. Black to black. Nothing shorting out. There's no sharp edges there for those wires to get caught on. That's good. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah, alright. I got a power LED. I got a hard drive light. I don't have a turbo light. I'll try to reverse the polarity of this and see what it gives. No, I think turbo, does it even have a turbo? That's a reset button. Okay, so I think the turbo light comes on after the computer's been booting. So, alright, let me get into the BIOS real quick. I'm going to stop it here because you can't see anything anyways. Alright, here it is. This is the light test, I suppose. The reset switch is there, and there's a power switch. And CD-ROM is on. It looks great in there, actually. The colors match almost perfectly. And that's just making a bunch of noise now. It's going to give me a keyboard error. And there's a floppy drive. That does work. Just, I don't know why it's not working right now. Keyboard error, okay. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, now it's just going to be time to plug it in and see what's on the drive. Okay, let's power it up. And check the BIOS, see what's in there. Alright, so we have the system set up. It is, nope, that's not the right time, 18:30, so that's 6:30. The date is correct. No, it isn't. Okay, so it sees the 1.6 gig, detects the CD-ROM, nothing on ID adapter channel 1 at all. Large disk access mode, DOS, yeah, advanced system setup, integrated peripherals, COM port 1, COM port 2, LPT port, ECP, let's do, yeah, ECP is fine. Enhanced control port, I think, because then there's extended parallel port. You know what, I'm not going to be using it, so I'm going to leave it at default. Diskette controller enabled, local bus ID, primary, okay, memory cache enabled. Both things are, okay, shadows. I'm going to leave those disabled. The DRAM speed, that's a good question. I'm going to try 60. IRQ12 used by, let's set it to the ISA bus. I like how the whole menu width changes. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at ISA, or we're going to put it to ISA. There's no PS2 connector in this. Well, I think there is, but it's built into the board, and I don't see a header for it, and that's not how it's going to be. Like, I'm using it, you know, this is a 101 key keyboard. It's the serial design, the DIN 5, so ISA bus. Mice will also be used in the serial port. Plug and play. OS, yes. PCI devices. I have almost one in every slot. I'm going to leave it at auto. Boot options, A and C, setup prompt enabled, floppy check enabled, summary screen. Green PC features, power management disabled. I'll leave it disabled. Alright. And let's see what's on the drive. Oh, 95. Let's see, I don't remember what this was out of. Actually, I think this is the drive. Yeah, this is the drive that the motherboard was originally connected to in another case. Because I had updated the case to VX chipset, Pentium 166. So the hard drive knows the motherboard, but I stuck a lot of other stuff in it. Because the video dimension anyway. So yeah, it's completely different system. Anyway, at this point I'm just gonna restart it and load 98. So basically after that little segue, I switched to Windows 98 SE, and everything is loaded, everything is working. And two things were changed in the configuration. The sound card is a C-Media 8330. That is because that card worked with much of the applications, much sound came out of that one as opposed to the Crystal sound. And I also removed the USB because it just crashed a lot, like Windows would just take a crap every once in a while. So I took that out and it's working fine. So I hope you enjoyed this build process, and if you're looking at it to buy it, you know where to go. Thank you.